Good morning. How the devil are you doing this fine day? Me, I am still buzzing after last night's triumphant live show featuring the good folks at Case Construction Equipment. I'll be showing you a very quick highlight from that show shortly, but you can catch the whole thing over on the Facebook page of Diggers and Dozers right now. That's facebook.com/Diggers Dozers. So without further ado, let's roll that intro and get the final show of the week on the road. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony. It's Friday, the 24th of September, and as that ever-present guy just said, welcome to the Breakfast Show. I am your host, Mark Anthony. In today's show, making the case for a new line in backhoe loaders. Downskilling by stealth, we have your initial thoughts. Xwatch takes control of safety, and we have some news about where technology and people meet. Literally. And please, if you have the time, stick around at the end of the show for the Big Brew after party. And for the love of God, bring coffee. I feel like I need it today. But first, let's see who among the rich and the shameless will be celebrating a birthday on this day of days. It's many happy returns to Great Gatsby author F. Scott Fitzgerald, to Beatles wife and professional vegetarian Linda McCartney, and to grumpy comedian Jack D. Today also marks the birthday of Jim Henson, the creator of the Muppets and therefore the inspiration behind this show. Many happy returns to them, one and all. At 6 p.m. last night, the mighty Construction Collective came together once again to cast a knowing eye over a brand new line of backhoe loaders from those fine folks at Case Construction Equipment. On Facebook alone, that show reached more than 10,000 people, and the numbers are still going up. You can catch the full hour-long show over on the YouTube channel of Diggers and Dozers right now. And I will be playing a video clip shot by my Construction Collective colleague Nick Drew a bit later in the show. But until then, here's a sneak peek of what the show was all about. As I said, we'll play out today's show with another look at that exciting new machine, so stick around for that.
The Miller GT series heralds a new era of unrivaled power and cutting-edge intelligent coupler technology, increasing job site safety, machine versatility, and productivity. It's the added versatility that you need at the value you can afford. To find out more, visit millergroundbreaking.com.
If you've been watching this show for any length of time, you have probably figured out by now that I know largely nothing about anything. My field of expertise pretty much begins and ends with the music of Ultravox between 1979 and 1985. So when I was questioned, quizzed and queried about the use of subcontractors on demolition work by elite level contractors who were subbing work out to non-elite level companies, I thought it best and perhaps safest to consult the hive mind of demolition news readers and Breakfast Show viewers. Prompted by the response to my No Agenda show on Instagram on Wednesday, I created a very simple poll to gauge the industry's response to three short but pressing questions. I will be keeping the poll open for a few more days, and you can find it over on demolitionnews.com. But the feedback received so far is nothing short of illuminating, and I thought it was worth sharing with you today, even though the poll is still open. So the first question was, if a demolition contractor wins a contract based upon its experience, accreditation and reputation, should the company then be permitted to subcontract the work to a company without those credentials? As you can see, almost 84% of respondents so far believe that demolition work won by an accredited company should not be subcontracted rather, to a non-accredited company. The second question was, if a demolition contractor wins a contract based upon its CCDO operative workforce, should it be acceptable for that work to be carried out by CSCS operatives? Based on the responses so far, 84% of people believe that CSCS card holders should not be carrying out work won by a company claiming a CCDO workforce. And the final question was, if a demolition contractor is accredited to ISO standards, should the company then be permitted to subcontract its work to a company that is not ISO accredited? Just under 79% of respondents said that the non-ISO accredited companies should not be carrying out work won by ISO accredited demolition firms. All of which sounds to me like a theoretical victory for good sense and good practice. As I said previously, I'm going to keep that poll open for a few more days, and I'll be reporting back probably a bit more in a bit more depth, likely to be on Monday. But the more responses we get, the more insightful the findings. So pop over to demolitionnews.com after the show and let us have your thoughts as well. We'd love to hear what you have to say. So yesterday I received some news that is fantastic news for the industry, but which is truly terrible and horrific news for me personally. The first bit of good news is that the team behind PlantWorx, the PlantWorx exhibition, are launching a new event for the sector. The second bit of good news is that the new event, which is called Futureworx, is just 6 months away. So why is that terrible news for me? Because it's a physical event with actual people, you know, humans. I was fairly sure I'd secured my future as a hermit and a recluse, but I hadn't reckoned without rather those fine folks at PlantWorx and now at Futureworx as well. So what is Futureworx, I hear you cry? But I'll tell you, the event is scheduled to take place on the 30th and 31st of March 2022 at the East of England Arena in Peterborough. It's being hosted jointly by the CEA and the Supply Chain Sustainability School, and it promises to be the most future-focused event of its kind in the construction and demolition firmament. The event will focus on people, plant interface management systems, telematics, the connected site, GPS systems, safety systems, and advances in autonomous and electric and hydrogen machinery. The show aims to highlight sustainability, productivity and advances in future fuels such as hydrogen, electric and HVO. If you listen very, very carefully, you can probably hear my construction collective colleague Peter Haddock becoming aroused pretty much as we speak. Rob Oliver at Construction Equipment Events says, virtual presentations of technological innovations have their place, but educating and exciting industry professionals on what the future holds is best done face-to-face with practical demonstrations. Hear, hear. We see this as a service to both CEA members and the wider construction community. It's all part of the PlantWorx mission. Well, as much as it pains me to say it, it looks like I will be in Peterborough in March next year. I hope to see you there. I just want to say a very quick word of congratulations to the fine folks at both Steelwrist and Engcon. In a survey carried out by Deloitte on behalf of NASDAQ, both companies have been recognised among Sweden's best managed companies. Take a look at this.
We are Engcon, a company from the northern Sweden, built and driven by people who put their heart and soul into changing the world of digging. Starting in a garage in 1990, Engcon has grown into a world-leading, well-managed international company. With a turnover of 126 million euro last year, 3 factories, 15 markets, and 330 employees, we are changing the world of digging.
So congratulations to Engcon and also to the team at Steelwrist as well. That is quite an achievement for a pair of companies in this little old business of construction and demolition. Those fine folks at Plant Force Rentals have maintained their reputation as the industry's premium provider of equipment pimped to the max by kitting out a Kobelco excavator with an XW4 height and slew restrictor system from the good folks at Xwatch. The machine also features like a semi-automatic GPS machine control and an SMP ST22 tilt rotator, a UK first no less. The software platform MC1 offers a common interface for all Leica Geosystems machine control solutions. The new semi-automatic functionality for Leica IXE3 excavator machine control solutions makes the operator's work simpler. The system automatically controls boom, bucket angle, tilt handle, and rotation angle precisely to the construction surface with just one single movement of the control lever. Dan Leaney, Xwatch Director of Sales and Operations, says Xwatch units have been approved to work on some of the UK's largest infrastructure projects. The partnership with Plant Force and Xwatch is the perfect fit, as safety is our #1 priority. The Droitwich factory of a company called Inductotherm Europe is about to get an extension to allow the company to increase capacity. 4 million of your finest English quids have been set aside to fund the expansion, and both Greswold Construction and J. Tomlinson Limited are in the running for the new build portion of the works. But before that work can commence, an existing building will need to be removed from the site at Berry Hill Industrial Estate, and at the time of broadcast a suitable demolition contractor has yet to be appointed. You can find out more about this project lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk.
Sorry to interrupt the guy with the funny glasses, but if you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button as it helps our channel, or better still, share this video with a friend or a colleague. Thank you. Right, back to Beardy.
Okay, I promised at the top of the show that I would play us out with the main man, Nick Drew, at the wheel of the all-new Case backhoe loader. And unlike some in my line of work, I am a man of my word. So, Drewy, fire up that engine. Take it away. Well, that pretty much wraps up this morning's show. I will roll the outro in just a second before jumping over into the chat for our extended weekly Big Brew chat. If you'd like to join me on the show during the Big Brew, you will find a link in the chat right now. Just click the link, fill in your name, and you will appear on screen, if you can tolerate such a thing. I won't be here tomorrow, of course, but you can still get your fix of this old stuff and nonsense. Sometime shortly after sunrise tomorrow, our weekly omnibus episode, the Weekend Wrap, will land on a computer or mobile device near you. And then on Sunday, we will be pressing the big green go button on the No Agenda show that we broadcast originally to the live or Instagram live audience earlier this week. This is actually the first time we've recorded a no agenda show in widescreen format, and there's plenty of discussion about the subcontracting of demolition works and the shortage of CCDO operatives, so you won't want to miss that one. It will air on both YouTube and Facebook, but we'll also be making it available through demolitionnews.com too. So until then, have a great day, have a great weekend, stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends and your colleagues. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the chat.